Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lama, angelic astrologer and spiritual consultant from angelmessenger.net, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, May 26th through Sunday, June 1st, 2014. Can you believe we're on our last week of May and it's already going to be June? The time is flying by, isn't it? So before we start, I just want to take just a moment to thank each and every one of you, all of you that support me, watch my videos, share my videos, make positive comments on my videos. I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me and for sending me good supportive energy. It really means a lot to me, and I love what I do, and I love doing this for you. So just wanted to take a moment and say thank you, thank you, thank you so much. For this week, before we actually look at our cards for the week, the astrological things that are going on this week, we have a new moon coming up. This new moon is going to be on Wednesday, the 28th of May. It's going to be at 7 degrees of Gemini. And on that very same day, we have a couple of aspects that are interesting and important for that new moon, and that is that the moon in Gemini is going to make a challenging or square aspect to Neptune, and then a little bit later in the day, the sun is also going to make a challenging square aspect to Neptune. And Neptune is the planet of spirituality. It's the planet sometimes that rules confusion or illusion or delusion. And on the positive end, though, Neptune is the planet of spirituality and imagination and fantasy and, visualizing your dreams into reality. But with the moon and the sun both being in Gemini for that new moon, and squaring Neptune, it could possibly bring some confusion, challenging aspects here. So it's going to bring maybe a little bit of confusion of the mind, a little bit of confusion of even the feelings, because again, Gemini, where the sun and the moon are, is an intellectual air sign, but Neptune is in Pisces, which is definitely an emotional water sign. So just be aware that on that day that there may be some confusing energies going on for you. So if you can at all, wait a little bit to make final decisions, I think that would be great. Although the new moon in general is a time of new beginnings, so definitely, we're in this energy of new beginnings. But if you can just hold off to let the energies kind of, work themselves out and balance themselves out, again, with the emotions and with your thought processes, that would be great. Also, on that very same day, we have Venus, the planet of love, relationships. It also rules our money and our finances. It's going to be leaving the sign of Aries and moving into the sign of Taurus. And, Venus in Aries was very strong, was very independent, but she wasn't really all that comfortable there because Venus rules, merging and, again, relationships. And when it's in the sign of Aries, it's about, independence and the individual. So now that Venus is going to be moving into the sign of Taurus, she's going to be a lot more comfortable here. Taurus is actually one of the signs of the zodiac that Venus rules. And Taurus deals with the manifestation of money and finances. It also rules our values. It rules our self-worth. And so Venus here is going to feel very, very good, very balanced, very much in her essence here. And then the next day on Thursday, we have the planet Mercury also changing into a new sign. Mercury will be leaving Gemini behind, at least for a time, and moving into the sign of Cancer, which is an emotional, feeling-based sign that deals with home and family and matters, again, that deal with the emotions. Now, Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde, which it won't happen until next week. But it's starting to slow down, and it's actually going to go retrograde in the sign of Cancer and then retrograde back into Gemini. So it will be going back into that air sign of Gemini that has been very much a planet where there's been a lot of new thoughts, new ideas going on. And when it goes retrograde, it's going to give us time to still, go over, mull over, and make decisions regarding some of those new ideas and new plans that we have in our mind. So, but again, it's moving into Cancer. It's going to be a little bit more emotional here for a few days until it goes retrograde. And then on Saturday the 31st, the Sun, which is in Gemini, is going to be making a very positive, nice aspect to the planet Mars, which is in Libra. And so I just feel like the weekend, it's going to feel really nice. There's going to be good communication, good exchange with partners and other types of relationships. So we should be able to round the week off with some really good energy. Now, let's go ahead and look at your stones of choice for this weekly reading. Actually, too, let me tell you what decks we're going to use. We're going to use Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot card deck. We're going to choose one special message card for everybody from the Angels of Atlantis deck, which is by Stuart Pearce. And then depending on what stone you choose for this week, your special message card is going to be from Archangel Michael Oracle deck from Doreen Virtue. So your stones of choice, and these are some bigger stones here this week, but we have chrysocolla. This is a chrysocolla egg. It's a beautiful kind of turquoise blue stone. It's got some greens, it's got some blue. It's often mistaken for turquoise, but very nice stone, chrysocolla. The second stone of choice, this is a great big huge smoky quartz sphere, and the smoky quartz, quartz amplifies energies, and the smokiness of the quartz actually helps to ground our energy, protect our energy, among other things. So your third stone of choice, this is a beautiful big amethyst point. And of course, amethyst is for the crown chakra, opening up to divine guidance and energies. So again, your stones of choice, we have the chrysocolla, which to me can cover both the heart chakra and the throat chakra, the smoky quartz, and the amethyst point. Okay, so let's take a moment and we're going to shuffle the Angel Tarot deck, choose 3 cards for the week, and I've already meditated with these cards, and we're going to call in all of the archangels, our angels, ascended masters, those of the highest vibration of light, our guides, master guides, and teachers, to give us whatever information is in our highest and best interest. And I feel this card at the bottom actually wants to come out, so I'm going to put that as our first card. And then I see this card is sticking out, so this is going to be our second card. And let's shuffle a little more, see what our third card, this card keeps talking to me, so we're going to pull that one for the third card. And then before we read these cards, let's choose that extra special message card for everybody for the week. So let's go through, and this is going to be our extra special message card. Okay, let's see what the angels have to tell us for this week. Okay, I'm just taking a moment because I see something here on my screen that I need to get rid of here, and hopefully that hasn't blocked your view, but so far we haven't pulled any cards, so hopefully it'll be okay. The first card for this week is the 8 of Air, and the 8 of Air says, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, and being afraid to take action. And we see here a group of unicorns, with one unicorn that's, wanting to break free or trying to break free. So whenever I see this card, I often feel like we have this feeling of, again, just like it says at the bottom, a feeling of being trapped, of being confined, of being held back. And this is with our thought processes, okay? This isn't in physical reality. This is with our mental processes, because it's an air card. So we're dealing with the mind. We're dealing with the ego, the ego's feeling held back in some way and wanting to break loose and break free of that illusion of being trapped and being confined. This actually works really well with how I talked about Wednesday with the new moon and the moon and the sun squaring Neptune with these confusing thoughts. So let's get some more information by looking at the second card. The second card, actually, this is the sun. This is a major arcana, and it is ruled by Archangel Uriel. The message at the bottom says, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. So right away, when we go back to the Eight of Air, I feel like we're talking about our life path, our destiny path, our career path, our projects, our goals, our ambitions. You know, that Eight of Air is lacking a little bit of confidence. You know, we're feeling self-conscious, or we're feeling low self-worth. We're feeling confusing mental thoughts from the ego. You know, the ego is trying to give us doubts that we can accomplish things or that we can do things, because here we're dealing with, again, who we are out in the world. We're dealing with our light, our essence shining brightly, and you know, being able to follow that divine career path, or again, be a success and be recognized on our destiny path. You know, this is actually saying that we're going to have these brilliant new ideas, that we're going to have clarity. And I feel, again, this kind of comes with that new moon that we have coming up, the new moon in Gemini. Gemini is all about new ideas. It's about thoughts, although sometimes the thoughts can be cluttered and sometimes the thoughts can be unfocused, because Gemini sometimes is a very ungrounded energy, which is why I feel like if we wait maybe even just a day or so, that we're going to have more clarity, we're going to have more focus, we're going to have more confidence in ourselves as we move forward. And some of these ideas, you know, may start to pan out and come to fruition for us. But let's see what the last card is to kind of wind up the energies for the week and give us even more clarity. This is good, because this is the King of Earth. And it says generous, professional, responsible, and practical. And at the bottom, the message says a successful time. Confidently accept opportunities that you're offered. And it says the Midas touch, or in other words, having a magical touch. So this is a really good energy to round the week out. All those doubts, all those fears, all those anxieties, you know, the negative ego thoughts that have been coming into your head, more so maybe the beginning of the week, they're nothing to listen to. Okay, if we go back here to the Eight of Air, that unicorn breaking free, it's time to break free of that illusion of those negative thoughts. It's time to break free of the self-doubt and the lack of confidence. And it's time to, you know, accept your light. Here's the sun again. Accept your light, the light of who you are, the light of what you're here to do. And the sun is always about having, again, a lot of confidence and standing in your individuality with confidence. We see the angel here with golden wings. So, you know, the wings are like lighted up here, and you're surrounded by the divine presence of all that is. And here we are, the last card of, again, it says to confidently accept the opportunities that are offered to you. This is an earth card. This is a card of manifestation. And the king, it's like being, you know, being the king or the queen, if you will, of your own world, being in charge of your own direction. And again, being confident. The word confident is in this card, and it's also in this card. So you definitely want to move forward with confidence, because again, the Midas touch means a magical touch. You're going to have a very magical touch here this week with moving forward with your destiny path, with your life path, your career path, your projects, your dreams, your ambitions. Let's see what the extra special message card here for everybody is from the Angels of Atlantis deck. That's funny. This is Archangel Zadkiel, and it says security. And to me, this means emotional security, so that you're emotionally secure and confident in who you are and what you have to offer, but also financial security or material security. So you have security in all of its forms here coming from Archangel Zadkiel. And I don't know if you can see this, but there's kind of two hands from two different individuals that are touching one another. And almost like this one actually has more of a finger pointing, and that's reaching out to touch this other hand. So I feel like that's the hand of God, the hand of universe, the hand of your angels and guides and teachers of the light that's reaching out to give you that magical touch, that magical push forward, that magical energy to kind of touch your hand and let you know that you are a divine part of God and all that is, and you can accomplish anything that you desire, anything that you're passionate about, anything that you want to see grow and come into fruition. You can do it, and you will have security as you move forward. Beautiful message this week. So let's see what your extra special message card is depending on your stone of choice. So just give these a little bit of a shuffle here, asking them to show me what card. And so this is going to be the card for the Chrysocolla people. This says your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Okay, so there may be questions that you have in your mind, maybe about a person, maybe about an organization, maybe about a path or a decision that you need to make. And Archangel Michael here is saying, listen to your inner guidance. You have a knowingness within yourself, and if you feel confused about it, then don't make the decision right away. Center yourself, ground yourself, go out into nature and take a walk, meditate. Just go within and center yourself, and that guidance is going to become clear. And Archangel Michael says you can trust what your inner guidance is telling you. Okay, let's see what your special message card is if you chose the smoky quartz. So just giving these a shuffle. Smoky quartz, what message? What card? Okay, you can see some of my cards are torn up a little bit here, but this is the one that Spirit is guiding me to pick. And this says energy healing work. So Archangel Michael is asking that maybe you need to go out and get some energy work. If you do Reiki or any form of energy work, perhaps you can do it on yourself. Perhaps you know somebody in your area that can help you or send you energy work. They don't necessarily have to be, right in your area, because a lot of people do long distance healing work. But you might benefit definitely from some energy healing work. And, you don't even necessarily have to seek it out. What the angels are telling me is that you can ask for the healers of the light, the Reiki masters of the light, or any of your angels or guides or ancestors to send you some energy healing. That would be just as well. But getting that energy healing is going to help clear your body, your mind, your soul, your energy field, and allow you to have that confidence in moving forward this week. Okay, and let's see those that chose the amethyst point. Okay, the amethyst point people. This one here is asking to be turned over. And this one says, admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Okay, so what they're telling me with this one is I'm getting a message that you've kind of already had some guidance, whether from your angels and guides, your own higher soul self within yourself, or you might have even had a talk with a friend or family member that has given you some good guidance and information, but that you haven't acted on it, that you've still had some doubts as to whether you wanted to follow it. There might be some things I feel that you might even have to separate from, or some relationships that you might have to separate from. And, those energies, those situations, circumstances, and even relationships may be holding you back in some way from following your path and moving forward on your true desires and your true dreams. And Archangel Michael this week is asking you, again, admit the truth to yourself and then act accordingly so that you can move forward. So that is your message for the week. So I hope you've liked this weekly angel card reading. In a few days, of course, since this reading went all the way through June 1st, we're at the beginning of another month very shortly. So in a few days, I'll be making the monthly angel card reading for June. So you'll have to look for that and check that out. And until next time, I send you all much love and light and many, many angel blessings.